Persona 4 Arena Ultimax.
Okay, right. We're starting a little early. We've almost beaten this game, so... Oh yeah, we did all this, and now we're on the... yeah, we're almost done. We're almost done. Oh, we're back in the Velvet Room. Oh, that was... When I come to, I'm surrounded by blue. I'm seated in the usual place in the usual room. Why did they summon me now? Actually, it's probably because of my situation that they summoned me. Yeah. There's no need to be impatient. I already know that this place exists outside of time.
You seem surprisingly calm. Your third ordeal has arrived. Do you think you can overcome it?
I don't answer. Whether I can do it or not isn't the question. I have to do it. As if seeing my determination, Margaret gives a satisfied smile.
I see. Your mind is already made up. And that's a fitting answer for you.
What is Sho trying to summon? How is he going to use the persona fragments?
Just as I'm about to ask her to tell me if she knows, Margaret cuts me off.
All I can do is watch over your journey. What is happening in your town must be ascertained with your own eyes.
Oh, okay. Honestly, I knew she'd say that. I can only shake my head and smile. Instead, I decide to ask something that's been bothering me all this time.
Is Marie alright?
Marie is fighting desperately right now. Calamities in your town directly affect her. Your actions will decide the girl's fate.
Oh, she gonna... Okay, just as I thought, she seemed so weak when I saw her because the abnormalities in this town are affecting her. Looks like I've got one more thing to fight for.
One last thing. The young man who rejects everything and wishes to destroy the world? You hold the key to his salvation.
Okay.
Depending on what you choose, you may be able to awaken him as an official guest.
So, Shu is a guest? What's that supposed to mean, eaten into the Velvet Room? Just as I was about to ask, the scenery distorts and becomes hazy. When I come to again, I'm by myself, standing about halfway up the stairs to the top of the tower. Tense. And then we just open the door. The long stairway finally comes to an end, and I step into the area at the top of the tower. Strange patterns are inscribed into the floor, and all around me at regular intervals are these eerie pillars. This was carefully arranged, much different from this distorted palace we've seen up to now. Oh, places we've seen up to now. Up above, a large vortex glows ominously, swallowing the countless shadows gathered here, and directly underneath is a giant crystal of some kind. Whatever that shining emerald thing is floating in midair. And there, right beside it, Sho and Adachi-san. I can't help but tense up, but on closer inspection, Adachi-san is on one knee. It's like he's kneeling before Sho, huh? What's happening? Neither Sho nor Adachi-san have noticed me yet. I hide behind the pillars and slowly get close enough to make out their voices.
You bastard! What are you thinking? You know how important this thing is! Are you trying to ruin my plan?
Yes. Important thing, plan. That must mean the floating object over there is all the persona fragments key they took from us. Yeesh. Sho was just looking down at Adachi-san until all of a sudden he kicked up his body. Adachi-san knocked back from the direct hit, and he gives a pained groan. What in the world is going on here?
That's what I said. I tried to destroy those persona fragments by striking when I saw the chance. You worthless rat. I knew you weren't worth shit. But to think you were biding your time for this. Well...
Did I hear that right? Adachi-san wasn't Sho's accomplice. My god. He tried to catch Sho off guard to destroy the crystal. Then Adachi-san was trying to prevent Sho's plan from the very beginning.
You asked me before. You said, don't you hate this world too? Huh? That's right. Well, you were just trash I was gonna use from the start. Once everything was ready and I cut up the rest of them, I was gonna kill you slow. Still, I at least gave you the chance to have some fun, you piece of shit. How was gonna let your crap slide until I showed you the end of the world you never got to achieve. Why not? Right?
Don't think we're the same, you little brat.
What? What was that?
You think the whole world hates you just because someone didn't treat you right. You're nothing but a little kid throwing a tantrum.
Damn.
I seriously hate this world. Don't put me in the same shoes as a half-assed brat like you. Please.
You're so finished, you bastard. I'll kill you just like you want.
Sure, I'm lame. Whatever. But you don't know yet, do you? Those guys don't play around. You better be prepared.
Die, you piece of shit.
Sho grabs Adachi by his collar and points his sword at the detective. I've bided my time long enough. I was hoping for a better opening, but I rush in now.
Stop it, Sho!
Sho glares at me while breathing heavily. There's nothing but hate in his stare.
Oh, you're early. Way to ruin the moment.
Is Adachi-san safe? I glance to check on him and feel a slight bit of relief. He's hurt badly from the beating he took at the hands of an agitated Sho, but it doesn't seem to be life-threatening.
Just to be clear, I didn't do it for you guys. I just wanted to set things right for myself. I know, you're not that type of person.
Adachi-san came here to honor his promise in his own way. Finding that out was more than enough for me. I am hurt badly from beating from my beating. Loaded on my
such
chest.
a know-it-all. It's not.
He's hurt from the beating he took from the beating. With that typical bit of beating of sarcasm, Adachi-san falls unconscious from his beating that he was beaten with the beating. That when Sho suddenly barks a strange laugh. He's getting beaten.
What's so funny?
What are you guys getting all desperate for? It's disgusting. It makes me sick.
I hope he is
I hate
beating
it when
the
people
beating
get
which
all
he's a
goody
master
goody.
beater. I bet he's a master beater. I bet he beats his all the time. Just beat. Okay, right, fine.
I'll destroy
He's beating
every-
right now. See? White light. I think he's finally climaxed. It happened all of a sudden. Okay. Like a machine blowing a fuse, Jesus Christ. Sho, enraged round stops. His body goes limp like a marionette whose strings have been cut. But eventually it spasms and stands eerily straight. We're still talking
He's
about
getting
Sho,
too
right?
worked up. It's a bad habit of his.
You must be the other one. Minazuki.
I didn't think you would put up this much of a fight. Perhaps I should have killed you back then after all.
Yes.
Minazuki, you said then that you did all this to grant Sho's wish. But this isn't the way to save him.
And I said that's your perspective on the matter. All I'm here for is to grant this boy's wish.
Do you still not get it? That's not Sho's wish.
Are you delusional? I know the boy. I know of his hatred and his suffering.
It all happened all of a sudden. He's beating his last beat.
Abandoned this boy.
Okay. That's not
He used
technically
the
his
child
father.
for his own desires and then discarded him when he was as good as dead.
Shuji Ikutsuki.
This is the world that
Yeah,
abandoned
the guy that you
That's
said I
why
look
this
like.
boy
Thanks.
came to detest everything about this world and wished for it all to disappear.
It's great. I was the
Sho just doesn't
villain all
know
this
yet.
time.
What he's been through isn't all there is to the world. It's not too late.
Silence. I know what I am. I am a shard of one who brings about death. If this boy wishes for the death of all, then I will use my true nature to destroy this
Oh,
world.
for God's sake. That's not it. I can tell Sho's hatred does run deep. Maybe he did wish for everything in this world to just disappear. But that's not what he truly wants deep down. Sho adores the bond between people and yearns for that himself. But because he can't have it, and the world doesn't accept him, he's had to live with such dark emotion he has no idea how to deal with. Well, technically, it's not his father. Okay, so it's not his father. It's just a scientist that was experimenting on him, and that was it. That's the extent of their relationship, but because Sho had no one else, he just saw him as a father figure because he was the only person he interacted with. And this is the main villain from Free, who tricked all these teenagers into summoning the goddess of death, but you stopped him. But it still summoned the goddess of death, but then you stopped the goddess of death by sacrificing yourself. And now this guy is, I'm disappointed, so nobody actually did beat him. Well, yeah, he got beaten. Like right now, he's getting beaten.
Taste this.
The strike with all my strength behind its hit. Mizuki, and he hunches over. I take my sword back in hand and swing it with all the power I can bring to bear. Mizuki knees buckles and he falls to the ground, or so it seems.
What?
Mizuki won't fall. His support his trembling legs with his own arms and keeps glaring at me as he tries to ready his sword again. Bro, you just got beat.
Not done yet. Minazuki, why are you trying to grant Sho's wish?
Foolish question. I awakened within this boy. It's only natural for me to grant his desires.
Though he kept a cool head thus far, Mizuki barks his response at me. Okay. He keeps trying to stand despite his injuries, and all I see is the strong will of someone determined to protect what's important to him. Mizuki, you still don't understand. You're just like us.
Minazuki, you are strong. You don't realize it either. Your strength.
I mean...
It's founded on the strength of your
This
bonds.
is... What was it? Persona 4 came out in like 2008? Something like that? So, yeah?
I don't know exactly what you are. Since you were born from a plume of dusk.
I mean, the protagonist of Free had long hair and was listening to music, but it's,
No
you
matter
know...
how you hurt, or how badly you're about to fall.
It was the style at the time.
That lets you stand up for someone else. That comes from bonds.
Impossible. I am this
Dude's probably
boy's
got My Chemical
No one lives
Romance.
alone. You protected
Vinyls.
Sho and supported him all this time. You should know that by now.
That's right. No one can live by severing ties with other people. If Sho doesn't know how to do this because of the life he's led, then we just have to show him how. I'm sure even Mitsuru-san and the other shadow operatives will accept Sho, just like they did with Labrys. That's that great. I'm lost. My father, who kind of beat me and experimented me, took me to the ceiling after beating my ass and shoving a experimental.
Sappy drama.
You're...
Aha! You must be Sho-chan's Minazuki-kun. You're disqualified from the P1 climax. Time for you to make your exit.
Kagutsuchi, you bastard.
Kagutsuchi?
Did you think I didn't know? Of course I did. I knew from the very beginning about your idea to use the power left inside Adachi baby to suppress me.
So you deduced even that.
Oh, and...
The General Teddy before us. No, this thing that Mizuki called gives me a look that makes me some explainable fear rise in the pit of my stomach.
You, Narukami. You defeated this fool, so you're the champion of the P1 climax. Congratulations!
I don't know what's happening right now.
Prize is your execution.
It happened all in the blink of an eye. Sure, Mizuki, who should have been behind me, disappeared, and in the next instant he was closing in on General Teddy. And then the blade he was holding was run through General Teddy's body.
Ow! What do you think you're doing?
What do you intend to do with this boy, Kagutsuchi?
What am I going to do? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to kill him. I'll grant that brat you're so fond of what he wants. A world of solitude. But I'll be the only one there. It will be a world all for myself, where only I exist.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, General Teddy's mannerism changed, and he effortlessly hoists up Mizuki, who just pierced him with his blade. The enormous hate-drenched voice sounds like it's coming from the depths of hell. What in the world is this thing? I thought he said you're a commie.
Limit anyway. It's only a fate made with shadows after all.
All this working together for a greater good? Communist bastards.
Fortunately, a horde of shadows to create a vessel, and persona fragments to control it have been gathered.
What?
Well done, my puppet. It is thanks to you that everything came together so splendidly. All that's left is to fuse that brat with the shadows as a base, and then devour the persona fragments to inhabit my new corporeal form. You, Narukami. I was born when this town was enshrouded in fog. I have quite...
Oh, so you're just some random... Okay, once again, we just have some random-ass villain who's super powerful.
Will of those who abandon all connections and strive to
okay.
for themselves.
Cool, right.
I incinerate everything.
Well, we've done this before many times.
Murder.
Human collective consciousness. It's cool. I beat the Holy Grail.
My name is
I beat God
Katsuchi.
several
What
times.
kills
This is
all
nothing.
Who live in this world?
What called itself Hinagachi laughs, and then a scarlet fog, incomparable thicker than before, pours out of General Teddy's body. The fog enters helplessly Mizuku's through his eyes, ears, mouth. Jesus Christ again. What do you mean? He's right in the back. He was.
Show!
This is a different General Teddy, because the General Teddy in the previous one was actually a shadow of someone else, who just took the form of Teddy, but as a general. And you don't like Teddy. Nobody likes Teddy. At the same time, what used to be Mizuki turned its evil red gaze towards me. Oh. Not again.
How I love to hear that cry, you Narukami.
I have no idea what the fuck you're
What do you
talking
think?
about.
I had lent this brat my
Obviously,
power,
you've come
but
at the
my
last
full
final
presence
boss battle.
is a bit different.
We've had 3 parts already,
You're Kagetsuchi.
and 2 previous, like, 90+ hour games. Okay, maybe like another 5-hour fighting game before this one. It has immense power far beyond that what Sho used when I faced him. Okay.
I won't let you die so quickly. You will live to witness my advent, and will be the first sacrifice to my power.
I won't let you do this.
Your nerve astounds me,
What a twist.
but I wouldn't be so sure. Your allies are
Yes.
about to be overwhelmed by
Who
the
would have
flood
seen this
of
coming?
shadows. You all fought so long within this red fog, just as I planned. And you are exhausted to your very souls.
Oh no.
You have no hope of defeating me now.
Oh no.
My first puppet was quite useful for that purpose. I had directed it at you with the aim of harvesting your personas.
You mean Labras?
Is that what you call
It's alright.
Shadows for my own. Their own wills would have made them less obedient.
This is stereotypical anime, you know.
In the previous battles. Thus did I prepare this fog and my new scheme to carve away at your personas. Personas are the suppressed strength of heart. Nothing is better suited to suppress the will of shadows than that.
Okay.
So that's why.
Yeah, we're getting all the exposition done. Jesus Christ.
Now is the time for despair.
Alright, here we go.
This new form that you have given me. Behold it!
Alright, so what are we guessing here? I thought a giant cup. Nyx. Oh, we're just going with a classic devil look. Oh, okay. Semi-disappointed. The giant shadow that shows itself through the severe quaking and gusts of wind slowly approaches, all while spewing out fluids that look like red, stagnant blood. That looks like lava, but okay. This is the vessel we ended up giving, oh Jesus Christ, a giant form made from the fusion of countless shadows. A real monster. This is the body it was gathering, shadows to put together.
Lend me your strength.
Or spirit bomb it. Yeah. So, I mean, I would have preferred a giant kettle. What's up, zombie? How's it go? Oh, hey, buddy. Hey! Hey! It's not even on the screen. What the fuck, Clarence? Oh, am I meant to lose this? Oh, come on! What's he doing? Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. No! God damn it. Rematch. Okay, so I wasn't meant to lose that. It has been feared, sir. What? How active are you here? It got no health bar. It dead. What?
Impossible. What power is this?
It's the power of God and anime on my side.
Alone be enough to best me.
Oh, that's where you're wrong. It's the power of friendship.
Tsuchi, that's what holds you back. The power I wield. The power we wield. It will never succumb to someone like you!
Silence, pest! I will not lose! I am stronger than anything!
Bro, I just blocked your attacks and then spammed my uppercut. Yeah, sure, cool, we did it. Don't worry about it. Giant arms swing up high into the sky. This isn't good. If this place takes a direct hit from that enormous thing, never mind sweeping me off my feet, it could destroy this entire tower. With all that quaking. Faster than I can call my persona, the other Izanagi flies towards Katsuguri from behind, slashing at its giant arm and knocking it back.
Adachi-san? What are you doing? I set everything up perfect for you, and you still didn't finish it off before I woke up.
The way he scratches his head and rolls his eyes, without a doubt, that's the Adachi-san I know. Did he save me? Up until now, he's just dropped hints for us here and there, never doing anything to help out us directly. Seeing me surprised at this small change, noticeably only to those who know him.
Hey, what are you spacing out for? I don't have time to waste either.
So let's hurry up and put it into this! Right.
I can feel it. The two Izanagis respond to each other and melt into one. I've never felt this fusion of conflicting powers before. You have. Yeah, you have. Then eventually correlates into a sword which launches its...
Izanagi! Nagatsu Izanagi!
They summon a sword. This is a game where you can summon the devil, Lucifer, Beelzebub, and they summon a sword.
Kagutsuchi! It's over!
You literally summon a dick monster and they go with a sword. Okay. Cool. Now it's a fighting game. So I'm going to be a sword or a giant fist.
Impossible. How could I fall to this trickery of fans?
Well, we did it. After Hino Kutsuguchi body crumbles away, the red fog disappears little by little from our sight. And then the area is covered in silence. The night sky turns to black to its usual
My
color.
sincere congratulations on winning the P1 Grand Prix.
Oh. The sudden voice surprises me and I turn around. Standing right there is a woman in deep azure-colored clothes. A duchy stands nowhere to be seen.
Elizabeth? What are you doing here?
Though what you just defeated now was different in form, it appeared to be another embodiment of man's consciousness that wishes for death. And suffice to say,
Okay.
I had my own reason to witness its end.
Your own reason, huh?
That is correct.
I don't really get it, but she probably means that she came to witness Hitsuno Kochi. Yeah, well, obviously. It's fine since it's over now, but couldn't she have at least helped out a bit? Not that I've ever say anything like that to her face. I've heard before that Elizabeth has her own wish, that trying to grant it was why she left the room. Maybe she's cooperating with us in her own way.
By the by, you, this tower will disappear momentarily.
Huh?
That's right, I completely forgot about that. The tower is a transient thing that appeared in the red fogs, and so now the red fog's gone, this place will go back to its usual self. Yasogami High. Oh
Can I ask
no.
a favor, Elizabeth?
A favor? Depending on what you ask, I'll have to demand payment.
I'm not sure about that. But can you please send all my friends in this tower somewhere safe?
Haha. If that is all you ask, it's as easy to grant as having an orange at a kotatsu.
You've
Okay, well, thank
actually
God for
used
that.
Kotatsu?
No, it was merely a figure of speech. I've never so much as seen a kotatsu.
Yeah.
Very well then.
Okay,
I
we
will
did it.
transport your friends to somewhere safe as you wish. Oh, where would this somewhere safe be? Ah, yes, the perfect place has occurred to me. I shall send you all there.
I wish she wouldn't decide things like that on her own. It'd be nice if she'd just tell me where she's going to send us. Okay, why has the fusion symbol appeared? But before I can ask her, she raises her hand and my vision is filled with such brightness that I forget to argue. Wait, where is she sending us?
Well then, you. Hasta la vista, baby. Until the day we meet again. Farewell.
I think we're dead. And... oh. Wait, we still got... oh, okay. How many did we... okay. Let's go. Oh. Let's go. The light slowly dims. My vision returns. Are we inside the... I'm indeed standing in a safe place, the studio in the TV world. It's relief to look around and see everyone else here too. They all look confused as to what happened, but when I approach them, they break into a smile and congratulate me on the victory. You know, seeing everyone in one place like this, we've got quite the crowd together.
Well done, Narukami. I'm sorry for the trouble we caused.
No, we owe you too. Thank you for stopping the shadows.
Akihiko-san comes from behind me and nudges my shoulder. When I look towards him, he smirks in that dauntless
Wish I
way.
could have gone to the top myself, but I'll let you take the glory this time.
Thank you, Akihiko-san.
I hear a fuss and look towards the exit from this world. At the center of the studio, everyone is gathered around the stacked up TVs, wondering what this is all about. We head over.
My guy keeps saying this is my world. You have to go through this TV to get out to your world, Junpei.
Huh? We go through a TV to get out of the TV? Come on, Blue Daruma, quit kidding around.
It's for real. But, now that you mention it, that is kind of weird, isn't it? Going into a TV leads you out of the TV?
Jeez, what are you making it all complicated for? It's fine. The TVs are connected. These things only get confusing because you overthink them.
Yes.
I don't believe this. Look, you just gotta show him.
It seems Teddy and the others are trying to explain about the TV world to the shadow operatives we've just met today. Yukari-san and Kenkan seem to somewhat understand, but Junpei-san just isn't getting it, and Teddy and Yusuke are having a hard time explaining it to him. Then again, Junpei-san might be too distracted with the shock of seeing Kanji sticking his head into a TV right next to him.
What the? Dude, what are you doing?
Whoa, crap!
Kanji quickly pulls out of the TV and stumbles backwards. Unfortunately, right behind him were Teddy and Junpei-san watching a little too closely. The back of Kanji's head hits Teddy's face, and the back of Teddy's head directly hits Junpei-san's face. The force of it causes Junpei to go rolling all the way to the edge of the studio. I wonder if he's okay. He's fine.
Stupid Kanji, that hurt. Don't you know the saying, a head in motion tends to stay in motion?
Excuse me.
Shut up, it's your fault for rubbernecking. When I stuck my head out, I saw a security guard making the rounds. Huh?
Junpei, why are you sleeping on the floor? And just when we were trying to explain things to you.
Teddy, that's not right. If I had to pick sides, I'd say Junpei was clearly the victim right now.
Hey, wait a sec. Kanji-kun, did you just say there was a guard out there?
Huh? Yeah. So?
Then the town's back to normal. The people who disappeared must be safe now, right?
Oh, that's right!
Alright, we did it.
Good job, Junpei. You did great.
I'm not sure what I had to do with it.
All right, it finally feels like we won. We saved the town our very own selves.
We did it!
Yes. A cheer erupts from all my friends on the investigation team at once. Seeing us in high spirits, the shadow operatives also come forward and join us as well. We all congratulate each other on the brave fight. I'm so glad I was able to protect my friends. I sense someone looking at me, and when I turn around, I see a figure watching us from a distance. That red hair, the uniform jacket tied around his waist, the sword in each hand. That's
Show.
Everyone turns around at this and tenses up, but Sho doesn't say anything. He just points the tip of the blade he's holding at me. That he must mean he'll come to challenge me for a fight again someday.
Come at us however many times you want, but next time we'll fight one-on-one, fair and square.
For a brief instant, it looks as if Sho's mouth forms a smile. It doesn't last long though, because he turns to run and quickly disappears. Was I seeing things? No, I doubt it.
Boy. So he survived.
Yes.
Regrettably, he is a serious criminal who tried to destroy the world.
Regrettably. He's gotta go to prison.
I won't be so stubborn this time. I ask that you all cooperate with us in capturing Minazuki.
I'm honestly surprised at this, despite saving the world. After the pre-1 Grand Prix came to a close, Mitsuru-san clearly told us to not get involved any further, and rejected all our offers to help. I understand that she did it so as not to drag us into anything dangerous. That happened anyway. But we decided to save Sho. Mitsuru-san must have come to understand our feelings and included us in the search for him. Sho never had a chance to interact with people. He has no idea how. So we'll fight with him as many times as it takes, explaining our true feelings to him each time. We'll do it over and over until it sinks in what it is to mean to get involved with people. As long as Sho keeps trying for us, I'll answer him with all my strength. So in a way, my answer is already decided.
Yes, of course.
With that, the members of the investigation team who seem to have been listening chime in from behind me.
Leave it to me. My persona's gotten real strong. I'll find that show in no time so Senpai can breathe easier.
That reminds me, that dude was wearing our uniform. I guess we should start by beating the crap out of everyone at school?
No violence yet, Kanji-kun. An investigation must be carried out based on thorough examination and confirmed evidence.
Huh? Was he wearing our uniform? I didn't notice at all.
I remember Minnie's smell, too. He can run, but he can't hide from Teddy's nose.
Dude, will you stop giving everyone and everything those weird nicknames?
Does your nose even work anymore? You've been sneezing this whole time.
No, I haven't. That was because of the red fog. It was filled with a terrible curse and...
Curses don't exist. Although given what Kagutsuchi was after, I suppose it did have an effect of that sort in truth.
Why are we so scatterbrained?
Wait,
Can't
we
you
can
guys
get
stay on
cursed
one
in
topic for 10
Persona.
seconds?
Oh, sheesh.
No, you get fear. You get a good. It's always like always. I can't help but smile and join in with everyone. I'm not alone, even if it. Okay, we're the investigation team after all. Trying to think if there's actual ability called curse. When we return from the TV world, an utterly mundane world is waiting for us. As we stand around in the quiet dawn at June's before it opens, Yusuke looks around at the eyebrow-rousing outfits of the shadow operatives. I'll not tell anyone about him sighing. Thank goodness we came out. Then again, I'm at a loss for what to do when we go to Yasuguri High. Closed for the holiday to see Mitsuru-san off, and a pitch-black military helicopter lands on the grounds. After seeing them all off, we return to the empty pre-dawn food court and take our usual seats.
Sitting here makes it feel like I'm really back.
Indeed. It seems that for now, the case is closed.
Man, that guy sure gave us some grief. Wasn't the world on the brink of ending?
Mm-hmm. Although, I felt a bit sorry for him.
Huh? For who?
You can't even figure that out? She's talking about how Sho probably didn't want to turn out that way.
Yeah, he's a really clumsy kid. I keep thinking about how similar I was, you know?
According to Mitsuru-san, ever since Ikutsuki abandoned Sho, he was left for dead in the hospital's care. I surmise that is where he learned of Ikutsuki's death, and later heard this plan's proposal for Minazuki.
That reminds me, that thing that showed up at the end. Hino Kagutsuchi, right? What was that thing really?
Yeah. It said it was born when this town was enshrouded in fog.
And that's not all. It was all over my fuzzy head, but what was that collective will of so-and-so part about?
I guess it was formed from the hearts of people who only think about themselves, never caring what happens to others.
Yeah. When the fog covered this town last time, the hearts of people who only cared about their own safety gathered and formed that Hino Kagutsuchi.
That's a sad way to be. I wonder why some people think like that.
Well, there's nothing we can do about it except to do our best. By the way, partner.
Yeah?
Did you see Adachi up there? What happened to him in the end?
No way! Adachi-san?
That bastard was here?
Oh yeah, I hadn't told everyone yet. Oh. By the time I turned around after defeating Hino Katsuguchi, Adachi-san was already nowhere to be seen.
Don't worry about him. He'll obey the rules.
No one asked any more questions after that. None of us say as much, but there's a strange kind of trust we have about Adachi-san, who told us that he would obey the rules of this world. And in this case, at least, Adachi-san was true to his word.
Alright then, let's go home. But man, some long holiday this turned out to be.
Seriously, Yukun came to visit and we didn't get to talk at all. Oh well. But now that it's all over, I think I had fun.
Yuki-chan, have you turned to violence? Thinking back on it, I did see some dangerously scary faces from you.
Ah, yes.
Would you like to see me angry?
Ah! There! That's exactly what I'm talking about!
I somewhat understand what Yukiko-senpai means. Despite the lost time, we've gathered as a group again. I'm glad for that much.
We're all silently not in agreement to this. Once the day is over, we'll return to our normal lives and walk our own paths. Even then, someday, no matter when it may be.
Yosuke-senpai, I'm hungry. Can we go grab a bite yet?
Meat sounds great right now. You'll scale treat, of course.
I'm not treating anyone. The store's not even open. Stop trying to make me treat you guys every time.
Things really haven't changed at all. Oh, Senpai, look!
And credits. I look to where Rize is pointing and see the sun starting to rise from far beyond the town. Those thick thunder clouds that have covered Inaba yesterday seem to have disappeared along with the
Let's
fog.
go, everyone.
It's going to be some nice weather in Inaba today. Oh, no. Okay, now we got the epilogue. I thought that was the epilogue, but this is the epilogue. And like that, the long holiday is almost over. We're on our way to the station. I said I didn't need anyone to see me off, but since I didn't get much time to relax, deep down I was happy to spend even a little more time with everyone. As we get closer to the station, a familiar figure comes walking from up ahead. As we're about to pass each other, she speaks to me.
Thanks for your hard work.
Yeah, same to you.
It's not like I really did anything.
Apart
I
from...
was getting my butt handed to me and you weren't around. Like, that was fun.
You were keeping Dojima-san and everyone else safe, weren't you? That was a huge help.
Stupid no-tech love machine. You're being too honest with me.
Stupid no-tech love machine. Okay. Marie blushes, somewhat embarrassed, but she was protecting this town from the worst of Hino Katsuguchi's effects. That must have been extremely hard on her.
This town, do you like it?
Huh? Yeah, I love it.
Go home already. Get out of here and come back soon, jerk.
That was even bigger outburst than usual. I wanted to express my thanks to her more, but... well, seeing her in a good spirits again relieves me. I'm sure she'll continue to watch over everyone in this town. As I watch her run off, I hurry and catch up to my friends who've gone on ahead, despite not leaving. When we reach the platform, Dojima-san, who was already here, hands me my belongings.
Thanks for bringing my things all the way here.
Don't worry about it. Man, you seem pretty busy. So, if you're headed back, does that mean things are settled?
Yeah.
There's a hint of reproach in Dojima-san's eyes. A detective's intuition is an impressive thing. I can tell he still trusts me since he's stopping short of grilling me for details. I just wish he'd stop with the drill-like stare.
Yes.
Take some more time off the next time you come. She seemed pretty lonely.
Nanako looks away sadly as Dojima-san pushes her forward. She's pouting a little. Nanako, I really feel bad that I couldn't spend more time with her.
Oh, Yukon, it's almost time.
Well then, time to disband the investigation team for real this time.
I feel a little down when you actually come out and say it like that.
Yeah, well, you asshole.
Yes, but disbanding means that the case has been solved. We should take pride in that, at least.
Investigation team?
Oh, crap.
Chihei's dog went missing, so...
Huh? Really? If you had told me, I would have rushed to help in a jiffy.
Why are you falling for that? Just stay quiet.
That's not fair. I wanted to help too.
I'm sorry, Nanako. I'll be back in the summer.
Really?
Whoa, for reals? You're gonna stay the whole summer, right?
Oh,
Yay! That's more than a month. We could do anything then.
Let's see, the summer festival? Going swimming in the ocean? Ooh, and the fireworks show.
Somehow we've gotten sidetracked to the subject of me staying here for my whole summer vacation. I actually hadn't decided myself how long I'll be here then. In spite of myself, I glanced towards Dojima-san.
We wouldn't mind at all. Nanako would love to have you around.
The train will be arriving shortly. Please step behind the white lines for your safety.
Okay, thank you. As I lift my luggage, Nanako rushes over to hug me. She was pouting before, but it looks like her sadness has reached its limits.
I don't want you to leave. I want to play with you too.
Nanako.
You really didn't get to spend much time with her.
Nana-chan, I'll play with you.
I know. Nanako-chan, come over to my place. We have a dog. No, I want Big Bro.
Nanako, if you keep saying such selfish things, I'll tell you a scary story before bed.
Nanako freezes for a moment, with a sudden jolt before reluctantly letting me go. Dojima-san, I'm not sure that's a good way to keep her in line. Oh,
We'll have
God.
more time over the summer vacation, Nanako. We can play more then.
Okay.
Wow, I didn't know Nanako-chan doesn't like scary stories.
Yeah, if she sees a scary story on TV before bed, she can't go to the bathroom by herself. I'm the one who gets woken up in the middle of the night.
Dad!
Sorry.
Okay.
Jeez,
maybe...
we're through, Dad.
Jesus. Nanako, tired of being teased so much, rushes into the train even though the departure bell is already ringing. That was not good timing.
Nanako!
I chase after Nanako and rush into the train just as the door closes behind me. Dojima-san and my friends are left behind on the platform with the dumbfounded expressions. Is that the great vegetable, guys? As the scenery begins to... Yes. The masters of the vegetables. Nanako looks back and forth between me and the others outside and seems a bit panicked. I grin and then look around the inside of the train for a seat where we can both sit down until the next scheduled stop, I guess.
Broken? Eaten? Why the hell does it keep changing like that? Break? What is it, a car? I don't even have any brothers named Ken!
Oh my! Are you studying English? It must be a cold day in hell.
You old hag! I'm trying to study here, so quit making fun of me!
My. He's embarrassed.
I hear It's great. It's great. You should get this. I saw it's on Steam. Damn, my ma looks so happy. I ain't doing this because I want to. I ignore her and turn back to studying.
Oh, that's right. There's something I wanted to ask you.
Well, what is it? Quit bothering me. I just hurry up and ask already.
Well, our dyes seem to be running out much faster lately. Do you know anything about that?
I get all flustered and a sudden question.
How should I know? Maybe we had a burglar or something.
Oh my. A burglar who only steals dyes?
Like I said, how should I know? You're probably just imagining it anyway.
Is that so? How odd.
Man, she's really sharp about this stuff. I can't let her figure it out yet. She can't know that I'm, like, thinking about the family business and all. My senpai are third years now, so it's only natural that they talk now and then about our plans for the future. And I've been giving it some thought myself, so I decided to start training in secret about stuff like dyeing. Huh? What's that studying for? That's, well, that's part of my plan too.
Oh, I just remembered. That navy blue handkerchief I washed yesterday had an odd unevenness to its coloring.
What? Like how? That handkerchief was my best work lately, and...
Wait, the one I washed was a white handkerchief. Ah, the ravages of age. I keep misremembering things.
Seems okay. If you like your fighting games. Ma leaves, chuckling all the while. That old hag, she knew. Story's very short though. Feeling embarrassed about my secret training getting found out, I take a break from studying and pick one of the dyed goods out in the store.
The color just isn't the same.
I compare it to the fabric I dyed for my mascot plushie. I didn't notice until I actually worked with dyes on my own, but Mars dyes goods are something else. How does she get the dyes to do that? I catch myself sighing and shaking the cobwebs out of my head. Upai senpai has gone back to the city, and my other senpais are probably leaving town next year too, according to the post-grad plans. Rize and Anato too. Even now, they're all away from Inaba more than ever. To be honest, it's sad to see us all go our separate ways, but the funny thing is, I don't feel as nervous about it as I did. Maybe it's because I found a goal I can be proud of. And that goal is to become a pro craftsman, spreading my dyed goods across the world. I do that, and my friends who leave Inaba won't be lonely no matter where in the world they end up. Oh, Jesus. But first, I gotta get better at dyeing. And I need to learn to speak English too. With new resolve, I look up at the Tatsumi textile shop curtain. Seeing those vibrant, perfectly dyed colors, I can't help but feel a wicked laugh rising up in me.
I ain't giving up, goddammit!
Okay.
Excuse me.
As I'm picking up the empty plates from the parlor, which is as lively as usual, I guess it beckons me over.
Oh, you're a high school girl and a manager? That's awesome.
Hey, is he high or drunk?
Wash my back later?
Sir, please don't joke like that.
Well, I might consider it if you held a party here every day for the next year.
Really? I'll take you up on that.
Thank you for your patronage. Of course, I must ask that you pay for everything up front.
Huh?
While the guest is stunned, I exit the parlor. Even people like him are important guests. It would be easy to lash out, but I've started to learn lately that there are other ways to deal with them. Charge everything up front.
Yuki-chan, are you okay? Are you sure you're not pushing yourself too hard?
Don't worry. I'll make sure to lean on you and the others if I'm ever feeling stressed. Please help me out if that happens.
Really? You've gotten so dependable all of a sudden.
That's crazy. I can't help but smile a little at the waitress' delight. The reason I'm able to try my best like this isn't because of my strength alone. It's more that I want to keep pushing myself further because I have people who depend on me. And I think it's because of that case that I'm thinking this way now. I've made my decision to take over the inn, and everyone is cheering me on. To live up to their expectations, I need to train hard so I won't be a disgrace as the inn's manager. Even when it comes to cooking, I don't have to be as good as the chefs, I just need to be able to make some simple appetizers by myself. As I move to the corner of the kitchen I was borrowing, I check the contents of the pot.
I think it's missing a bit of tartness.
No.
Maybe I should use yogurt.
No.
Huh? It burned? That's odd. I was sure this was how the chefs did it.
Yuki-chan? I smell something burning. Are you okay?
I'm okay. For now.
You're improving as a manager. But I think your progress as a cook is still bumpy.
I can't help but sigh at the waitress' gentle rejection as I stare at the burnt pot. Maybe I should get more people to help taste my food. Yeah, I'm not alone, so I'm sure my friends will be eager to help me out. I don't want to die. Not again. Why is it every single Persona game there's always bad cooking?
Huh. I'm gonna leave math for later. I gotta start with general ed questions first.
I wave the white flag at the incomprehensible roll of numbers and open up a different book. Sheesh. This one's pretty thick too.
What is this? Some kind of old manuscript? Oh, I'm in great shape at least. How come there aren't any practical skills in the primary exam?
I give up on the endless list of formal sentences and plop onto my bed. The comfortable feeling of my pillow slowly lures me to sleep.
Oh, yeah. So sleepy.
It's no use. I knew when I'm beat. The sample questions for the police employment exam are too tough.
I bet Master would totally ace the written exams too. I mean, he'd make it to the top easy.
I remember declaring to Akihiko-san my dream to be a police officer when I go see him again during the incident the other day. Why a police officer? It's simple, really. So I can protect everything I care about. Things like my family and friends and this town itself, where I have so many good memories of growing up. Yukon's gone back from far away to the city, and since Yusuke's decided to go to college, he'll eventually leave Inaba too. Rich-chan and Naruko-kun will probably have a lot of traveling in their work, and even Yukiko, she might go some innkeeper training elsewhere. Kanji-kun supposedly up in the mountains in search of dyes and cooking wood, I think. Wait, that part about the cooking wood seems off. But even if we end up separated, it won't change the fact that we can always come back here to Inaba. That's why I'll protect this town. That, I think, is the real strength of everyone gave me.
Alright, I'm gonna become a police officer. No doubt about it. If Master's at the top, I'll work my way up to his level.
That's why I can't be bummed out just because I'm stumbling a bit over subjects I'm not good at. I lightly slap both my cheeks to wake myself up and get a second win, and then I jump out of bed and head back to my desk once more. These sample questions are tough enemy right now, but the stronger the enemy, the more true fighter welcomes the challenge. Once I become a police officer, I'll bust our bad guys and crime scenes one after another.
Master, I need to be on the streets, not behind a TV.
Akihiko-san, a government official with the police, will be my strict but kind boss. Oh, and I bet if a case comes up, our ace detective Naruto-kun will help us out on the investigation. Yukon and the others will be amazed at how I take care of business. It's kind of embarrassing to think about that, though. And fallen asleep.
I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do my best.
Okay. We're going to be doing every single character, aren't we? Sometime after the Golden Week incident, I was in the drawing room of a certain dummy company in Okina City. To the public, it's merely a small publishing company, but in the truth, it's been rented out by public safety to serve as a base of operations for administrative police activities carried out in secret. Though at times I cooperate with them on investigations, I am still an ordinary high school student, and since I'm only an outsider from the police perspective, it would cause too much of a stir for me to come in contact with public safety at regular police stations. This, in other words, is one of the few places I can be at ease. I've come here a number of times after that case and grown acquainted with some of the part-time employees. Given my position, it may be dangerous to get too close to public safety, but the relationship is extremely useful as a source of information. The fact that it's a pipeline I established myself undoubtedly gave me greater confidence as well. Upon hearing the details of the case, the man from the public safety is lost in thought for some time, but then he tells me with some charging that the secret inquiry into the Kirijo's group.
You probably believe that this investigation is about the potential dangers of the Kirijo group. But that's not the truth. It was ordered by top public safety officials who aren't keen on Mitsuru Kirijo's influence. They're trying to find fault with her to rein her in.
Then, were these top officials dissatisfied with my report?
Oh, your report was detailed and accurate. But that was too fair for their liking.
Are you asking me to report a distortion of the truth?
Don't glare like that. The officials used Kirijo's disappearance this time to order an investigation on the Shadow Operative's facility.
Yes, I know about that. I'd heard from my friends.
But these investigation results aren't what those at the top hoped for. If this continues, they may abandon rational judgment in their desperation.
In other words, you think they would begin to suspect me as taking sides with Kirijo?
Yes, but that's not what we hope to see happen. In all honesty, enabling their power struggle has no upside for our organization at all. We are very satisfied with your work. That's why it would be less than ideal if you lost favor with the top officials and became unhireable.
I understand. Though they're all part of public safety, you're saying the top officials and the on-site investigators have different views.
That's the nature of the beast. You have my permission to continue visiting this place from now on. So, I ask that you play along this once.
Permission to continue. So, you leave a thread for me to follow while telling me not to get too involved. A bit self-serving, wouldn't you say?
A harsh assessment. Both the inner truth and the outer veneer matter in society. That's how it is.
I was only joking. I thank you for your generous consideration.
I give a bow and leave the room. When I step outside the building, I see a clear blue sky spreading overhead. That's nice. I take a seat on a bench that catches my eye. The afternoon sunlight, just now beginning to heat up, shines down on me. It's been a while since I've had times such as this with nothing pressing to occupy me. This case forced me to think about several things. First, shadow-related incidents are not limited to the Midnight Channel. Second, the Shadow Operatives, the only organization that can counter those threats, are in politically unstable position. Finally, there may be more powerful remnants of Ergo's research like show somewhere.
This bears further investigation.
Since I am both a detective and a persona user, there should be truths that only I can unearth from my unique position. The scope of this investigation will be vast, and I may no longer be able to remain in Inaba. But no matter what kind of physical distance I put between myself and the friends I've made here, our hearts will never be apart. Having made my resolution, all I must do is make the first move in my investigation.
It seems I'm about to be very busy.
Oh yes. That was a very quick one.
All right, that must be the place.
A few days after the incident during Golden Week, after coming to Okina City, I find what I'm looking for and start walking towards it. What am I looking for, you ask? The sign for a cram school. See, I've decided to go on to college after graduating from high school. I know I'm off to kind of a late start, but that's my fault for ignoring my guidance counseling results.
Thanks to this case, I feel like I'm finally prepared to face my future. It's like I finally made a breakthrough.
A breakthrough?
When I was chatting with you, with reflecting on the case, he gave me the puzzled expression when I started talking about this stuff. I told him vaguely about how I couldn't muster up an interest in the future since we'd all been going our separate ways, because I'm having so much fun with my friends here and now. It came off a little unfocused because I tried to cram in everything I wanted to say at once, including how this isn't because I'm unhappy with the way things are.
I kept wondering if there was any way I could spend my time with everyone forever and ever. But I realized that that's just running from reality.
Everything in this world changes, and that's what makes it interesting. These bonds we have keep changing too, but that doesn't worry me like it used to. No matter how far apart we may be, no matter how different the paths we take may be, I rely on everyone. I want to be someone everyone else can rely on.
That's why for now, I'm focused on finding a big project that won't bore me until I die. First, I'm gonna go to college and expand my horizons. I guess for how long I thought about it, it's a pretty standard path.
No, I think that's just like you, Yosuke. Isn't the long consideration really the important part?
That's what my partner said after listening to my endless spiel. He might be right. Taking time to consider things must be important too. And so, after picking up the application for the cram school and coming back home to Inaba, I'm now taking drastic measures at Yomada Bookstore. In front of me is a shelf of study aid books, and all around me are serious-looking guys I'm hesitant to talk to.
I have no idea which ones are any good.
Huh? What are you doing, Yosuke? The shelf with the nurses is over there.
The guy picking out the study aid book immediately stares at me as Teddy's voice pierces the quiet of the store. Come on, give me a break. Why did I have to run into Teddy?
Stay over here for today, thanks.
Oh, you're looking for camouflage. Something to hide your nurses with?
What? Hell no!
Teddy proudly rushes over to a certain corner I always stop by. Feeling everyone's hated stares at me, I grab Teddy by his collar and make a dash out the store. Damn it, I wonder if if maybe June we'll get some study aid books in the stock. Ah!
This part seems to be lacking a bit. It should be more showy, extravagant, all out!
I'm gonna go grab a tea while it's the teddy bit. You can read this. You got this, guys.
Yosuke, what was that for?
Shut up! What about this is perfect to you? It looks like a midsummer swimsuit sale.
Oh, now that you mention it.
Oh, that's all you can say? Listen, this is supposed to be a section for elegant summer clothes for the early season. So why set up a swimsuit sale, huh? Stop changing things on your own.
Oh, but Sensei will come back once summer comes, right? My mind is already in full summer mode.
You're jumping the gun way too much. Don't drag our store into your shenanigans.
You say that, but aren't you curious too? Don't you want Yuki-chan, Chie-chan, Rise-chan, and Nao-chan to wear these new swimsuits as soon as possible?
Well, sure. But wait, we weren't talking about me.
Oh, I know. When Sensei comes back, let's invite Mid-chan and her friends to the beach.
Mitsuru-san and her friends, huh? Oh, they're regular working folks. I mean, they're a special unit, so I don't think they could just...
Yosuke! The game will end if you give up. Just imagine what they'd all look like in swimsuits.
Look, that doesn't change the fact that it's way too early for this. Hurry up and get the display how it's supposed to be.
No! I will staunchly protect my paradise!
Your weird paradise has no place in our store! If you don't hurry and fix this, I'm docking your pay!
This is tyranny! Utter totalitarianism!
Well then, let's start from Act 3. Ready? Go!
Look, a white bird. Could it be the same one we saw together last summer?
Who cares about birds right now? If there's something you want to say, then say it.
Please don't be that way. I trusted in you. I believed in our promise that we'd come here on this day. So why did you bring her? I feel like an utter fool.
Rise-chan!
Inoue-san's voice echoes across the quiet rehearsal room. Jeez.
Inoue-san, we're still rehearsing here.
Oh, sorry. Please forgive me.
You were not forgiven, sir. Inoue-san quickly apologizes and bows to everyone. I bow too, apologizing to the actor I'm rehearsing with and the director for holding up the rehearsal.
Kuchikawa, it's time. You're free to go. Everyone else, take it from the top of that scene.
Huh? But...
Go on or they'll yell at me. The promise was we'd do this without getting in the way of your other work. Though, I mean, your acting was great.
Thank you. Is there anything else?
What do you mean, anything else?
Anything I should work on?
I just told you that your acting was great. You're rushing this too much. Well, I don't know. I guess you need to work on accepting your strengths and trying to build on them? Sure.
Jesus, what kind of director is this?
That's right.
That's like the nicest director ever. Yeah, you're good. Just
Everyone take a 30-minute breather.
Just keep being good. At the director's orders, the tension in the rehearsal room lifts. I grab my towel and bag before hurrying over to where Inoue-san is making himself scarce near the entrance.
So what do you need to talk about, Inoue-san?
Oh, right. The response to your TV appearance the other day was amazing. We keep getting tons of calls with more work for you. And that's why we'd really like to set up an actual schedule and put a huge media blitz behind your comeback.
No, I told you that's not what I want. I'm not even close to my peak performance yet.
Huh? But they're all really good deals, you know?
Nope. Don't you remember how we talked this over with the agency? I want to put my schoolwork first right now. Oh, can you bring the car to the front?
My persona grew a lot during the Golden Week. Though, that's because I had help from that Elizabeth lady. Once again, I couldn't express my true self on my own. I need more confidence, and I have firm footing, so I won't feel lost no matter what I come up against.
Huh? Rise-chan, where are we?
I have voice training after this. Come on, you're my manager. Get your act together.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Can you give me a ride? I want to hear about what kind of work came in.
Of course. I'll bring the car around, so wait at the entrance.
After seeing off Inua-san, I jogged towards the parking lot and opened my cell phone. The main wallpaper is a picture of everyone we took at the food court. To make my ideal self a reality, I'll surely have to keep facing up to my weakness. But I have help. As long as everyone believes in me, I can overcome those weaknesses as many times as it takes. From the entrance of the studio, I look up to the blue sky that's a little closer to the summer now. And wait for Inua-san's car to take me to the next rehearsal. Jesus Christ. Take a break, God damn it. The end! We did it! About 5 hours. Wait, is there gonna unlock another mode? Oh god, wait, hang on, is there another mode? There's probably a P3 mode, isn't there? My mouth is burning. Okay, well, no, we're dealing with the end credits. Alright, that's cool. We'll pad out this stream. This video. Hey guys, don't forget to smash like, subscribe, ring the bell, notifications, all that fun stuff. It's all great. And if you're watching the VOD, hi VOD watchers. What's good? Smash like. And if you're watching on Twitch, hi. Don't forget to follow. So to be fair, the P3 mode, what is it? Half of it is just going to be people on a cross, and that's it. Yeah, it would just be people on a cross, wouldn't it? Eagle's in this game. Yeah, I remember. Alright. It's fine. Ultra Suplex.
This program was brought to you by the following sponsors.
Yeah! Boycon for gifting me this game. Thanks, Boycon. Episode P3 is now available in story mode. Episode of Dachi is now available in story mode. Okay, why is there like a 94% complete? Hang on, how is there a 90... What did I miss? What did I miss? Oh, do I have to... Okay, we just won't worry about it. Alright. We're still going.
The death of everything, but also the beginning. People have filled the world, yet turned it into a void. The only hope of salvation lies in ruin.
Did you work in a zoo? Because that's one huge pile of shit you're pushing
I'm
around.
back.
So,
I'm
how'd
telephone.
that turn out for you, Dad? It
You're a
doesn't matter now
telephone.
that you're dead as a doornail, does it? You wanted the world destroyed, huh? Isn't that
What
right,
the
you worthless pest? Fine. I'll do it. This shitty world with its
I'm
shitty
confused.
people and shitty lives will disappear. And I'll be the only thing left. After all, if the Father's fallen into darkness, then the Son must rise. Just kidding.
How's it going, Immortal?
What?
These constructs can only remain active within my red fog. Even then, they can only do so for a limited amount of time. If you have time to waste with worthless sentiment, hurry up and complete your
He forgot me.
preparations.
You've got
Yes.
no sense of humor. Keep up your whining
You.
and I'll have to kill you too.
Such impudence. Take them. They are your pawns.
They're pretty well made. Fine, I've got the power I borrowed from you too. So now there's no way I could lose.
Yo, you're gonna lose.
Time to make like a tree and
We've already beaten
turn
you.
over a new leaf or whatever.
Huh. A puppet version of a puppet. I'll make sure you get the job done this time.
A puppet version of a puppet of a version of a telephone who's now immortal.
Now
I've
let's
forgotten.
begin. For the sake of his world.
Oh damn. May 5th afternoon. I'm at the Shadow Operatives lab.
I've finished going through Labrys's personality module and control links.
Fukusan's voice echoes through the machinery-lined room where she works as the operator. It seems that'll be a little more time until she'll be finished with her work.
I knew we could count on you.
I'm sorry that I asked you for such a big favor.
Oh no, I couldn't possibly stand by after something so important happened. But, is it really all right for me to be doing this? Aren't you all part of some kind of police organization now?
There's no need to be concerned. Even now that we've become the Shadow Operatives, this lab belongs solely to the Kirijo group.
Okay. The Shadow Operatives, a special unit under the direction of supervision of the National Police Agency, organized to deal with supernatural cases that the normal police would be unable to respond to. In other words, cases dealing with shadows. This is one of their laboratories under the management of the Shadow Operatives. The purpose of this place is mainly to analyze evidence gathered in the shadow-related cases. Analysis of shadows matters for scientific understanding and planning operations. Another objective is the maintenance and inspection and service for anti-shadow weapons such as myself. Since I am a member of the Shadow Operatives, I am classified as a weapon due to my mechanical nature. I periodically undergo maintenance at this facility. What do you want, phone? Directly after the inauguration of the Shadow Operatives, Mitsuru-san had a state-of-the-art packing case prepared to transport me. However, the one slumbering within the case is my sister, who is also our new teammate, Labris, the 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon.
I finished investigating Labris's mobility systems. All I have to do now is reboot her OS and perform some final checks.
Thank you. How is she?
She'd sustained some heavy structural damage, so I was worried, but thankfully none were critical.
Since my sister had been forced to push herself far beyond her limit during the events of the other day, her entire body had taken serious damage. I'm glad that she's okay. Fuka-san's words caused me to sigh relief.
And what did you recover from her memory?
I'm sorry. I searched through it, but I found no records that would lead to finding the one behind what happened. If we want to pursue him any further, we'll have to wait for a report from intelligence. But it seems that will still take some time.
I see.
I see Mitsuru-san tighten her fist with that quiet utterance. The culprit is someone capable of manipulating data in my sister's memory. The possibility that they would make the mistake of leaving a trace leading to themselves is extremely low. Even when one knows the outcome, people often find indulgent when the last bit of hope is crushed. It's understandable. Our ability to find out who kidnapped my sister has been completely...
Then we have no clues to...
Fuck!
Don't be so
excuse me?
We might get new leads from intelligence, right?
Ever since that attempted airplane hijacking, we've learned that
what?
the Public Safety Division has been making some disquieting moves. If we don't make a move,
okay.
There's no telling what they'll do
Just
to
throw
take
me into a
advantage
loop, right,
of the
don't you?
situation. We have to find a lead before they do anything.
Through Akiho-san's words and knowing Mitsuru-san for a long time, Mitsuru-san's expression remains stiff as he tries to console her. But that's only natural. The Shadow Operatives are still in a delicate position with regards to where we stand within the National Police, a seemingly suspicious group founded by an outsider and dealing with crimes outside the capabilities of the normal police force. We are often met with cold stares from people who should be on our fellow investigations when we dispatch from cases. Video almost done, and then I get it ready. Jesus, good luck.
I understand how you feel, Mitsuru-san, but we must solve one problem at a time. That is why we have gathered here today.
Exactly.
You're right. I'm sorry. Please work with me here in reviewing what information we already know.
Mitsuru-san employed us for assistance. Our gathering here at the lab today isn't just to hear about the results of Fuka-san's tests on my sister. We've come to share and review the information we have, to inspect the clues as closely as possible, to get to the culprit as quickly as possible.
The person behind this case first stole Labris, the 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon, while she was in transport.
Yes. The hijacking of the airplane you were on was a diversion used to conceal the theft of my sister.
Yes,
After
this
which
is...
she was transported
We
to
all know
Innova.
this.
Correct.
Yes.
The hijackers were subdued and captured, but we have reason to believe that their minds were under some kind of control.
Those who hijacked the airplane got hentai'd. I mean, what? And had no memory of taking part in the crime. They did not recognize one another, had nothing in common, and we were ordinary citizens with no prior criminal records. They did, however, all claim in their testimonies that they saw red eyes. Though their interrogations are still ongoing, it seems that it won't be long before they are released. With all these points taken into consideration, it became apparent that this is no ordinary crime.
Waited until he arrived in Inaba to turn Labrys on and fiddle with her memory. And then he threw her into the TV world, right?
Where one's heart and memories manifest themselves. As a machine, Labrys was able to control these memories in great detail. In other words, the enemy used her in order to set a trap for us.
When we entered the television world in pursuit, we defeated her shadow and made indirect contact with the culprit.
That person revealed that his goal was to steal our personas by making us fight each other, which would weaken our hearts and turn our personas to shadows. Once he'd accomplished that, he would combine them all so we could have even more powerful shadows.
Everyone fall silent! The mysterious person's motives was to gather and unify shadows. This is all too similar to something that us of gathered here will never forget.
Shuji Ikutsuki.
The culprit's speech pattern is consistent with Ikutsuki-san's mannerisms. His inability to use a persona matches him as well.
Yeah, but he died.
But that's not possible!
That's right. We've confirmed Ikutsuki's death.
Or maybe there's someone out there besides Ikutsuki who still thinks the same way he did.
If so, then the world we strive for is still far away.
Oh no! Mitsuru-san sounds as if she's in agony! Shuji Ikutsuki. 3 years ago, he became fascinated with the Fall and tried to bring about the end of the world using shadows. Alright, no, he didn't get fascinated 3 years ago. He's been fascinated with it way before then, like 13 years ago, even longer,
can you
probably.
Give her a summary of the case from 3 years ago. I'd like her to know what went on while she was sealed.
I understand.
Can't you just stick that data into her memory?
If we did that, it would just become a piece of data to her. She needs to be told about it in order for her mind to understand what happened.
She's human through and through, huh?
Also, I noticed something when I was checking her memories. The makeup of Labrys's memory field is slightly different from Aigus's. Besides the memory area that she normally accesses, there seems to be a sub-network of some sort. She has 2 memory networks? I think it was probably used to incorporate the feedback from her sibling units, but I still don't know for sure. That's why I believe it's safer to tell her in person.
All right. I'll let you tell her however
we do that. You do that.
I'm pressuring staff to hurry and review the information, including the newly discovered quarantine server at Ergo Research. We never knew about the server in question before now, because it had been cut off from the group's network. It most likely has information that normally would have never left Ergo Research, such as data on top-secret experiments.
Yes. Yes, Ikutsu-san could be involved in this case. Mitsuru-san's worry about irritation may be because she senses that possibility. We can all understand the pain she must be in.
By the way, what was the logic behind that whole midnight channel thing?
It's still unknown, but we'll have to send people to Inaba again. We're going to hold a meeting at headquarters tomorrow to discuss countermeasures.
Suddenly, an alarm that notifies us of abnormalities goes off and reverberates throughout the lab. Mitsuru-san quickly uses a nearby control panel to contact the staff within the facility.
What's going on?
The surveillance system detected a rise in shadow readings. It's currently stabilizing around a level 3 alert, located in that town of Inaba.
What?
Looks like he's shown up already. That saves us the trouble of having to puzzle this out.
Yu-san and his friends are in danger. Mitsuru-san, please give the order to dispatch us.
All right, we'll leave at once. Yamagishi, leave Labrys to Kikuno and accompany us.
I understand. Well then, I leave the rest to you, Kikuno-san.
Understood. Lady Mitsuru, everyone, please be careful.
One of Mitsuru-san's personal domestic assistants, or should I say maids, Kuniko-san, answers. Kuniko-san and Mitsuru-san have a stronger bond than that of any ordinary servant and master, and she is another of the shadow operatives. Her words catch my attention for some reason. Please be careful. A very trivial expression of concern for our safety. Brushing it off as common courtesy would be simple, but I feel that she may be sensing something unusual regarding the situation that awaits us there. What could be causing this unease? Does Mitsuru-san know?
Igus.
As I am trying to decide on whether or not to look deeper into Mitsuru-san's state of mind, Fuka-san gets up from her operation seat and beckons me over.
What is it? If we can put Labrys aside for a moment, are you going to be alright without having any maintenance done on you, Igus?
What do you mean?
I read the documents on your new equipment. At first I assumed it was referring to that large gun, but it's actually...
Ah, that. True. There have been no tests confirming that it is capable of being used in an actual combat situation. But we face a powerful foe this time.
Is it even possible? If even one thing were to go wrong...
Just one thing. Fuka-san's face clouds as she looks at me. I cannot be confident that I'll be alright and unable to tell her a pleasant lie to calm her down. In any case, I only pray that the situation that requires me to use my new equipment never arises. Both of us are tense as we prepare to depart.
Milady, a change of clothes has been laid out in your car.
I see. Thank you.
I've also prepared Akihiko-san's favorite protein drink, and Fuka-san has been preparing a playlist suitable for a road trip in her room.
Huh?
That will be all, Kikuno.
Very well. Pardon me.
As expected for Kuryu-san, she is amazingly considerate as a personal assistant should be, but she can be too thoughtful at times. We've learned this for ourselves when she came to accept us as people who are precious to Mitsuru-san.
Let's start this over, shall we? Shadow operatives, let's mobilize.
Thanks to Kuriko-san's, the tension in the air subsides a bit, but we cannot allow our attention to wander just now. Upon completing our preparations for departure, we immediately make our way to Inaba. I wonder how they're gonna get captured. Spoiler alert, they get captured.
Why are we taking this car again, Mitsuru?
Akio-san grumbles from the back seat of the Shadow Operative's personal limousine. I'm not sure how to put this, but I find that his feelings are justified.
Don't question it, Akihiko. There was no time to prepare a vehicle with the same equipment. Speaking of appearances, are you gonna wear that again?
Sure. There's a chance that we'll have to fight after all. These clothes give me the flexibility I need.
Impressive, Akihiko-san. You never change.
Alright.
Still, to think that the culprit would make a move so soon. We've completely lost the initiative.
Indeed. We need to begin taking measures right now.
I know.
I only hope no danger comes to Narukami and his friends.
Mitsuru-san's deeply agitated. During the car ride, she seemed distracted. At times, she would flip through the thick file in her lap only to suddenly give an order to a subordinate. At other times, she would stare intently at her watch as if lost in thought. Her usual regal composure is gone.
Mitsuru-san, why don't we just ask them to cooperate with us?
I agree. And they seem pretty strong.
No, they're still young. If I asked for their assistance, it would waste time better spent in school. Worse yet, it would put them in danger. I don't want anyone else to have to go through that anymore.
I understand how you feel, but they don't seem like the kind who'd listen. We were the same way back then.
Mitsuru-san falls silent. It's likely not a mistake to think that the sudden spike in shadow activity this time is related to the events of a few days ago. It has become apparent to everyone that another dangerous battle is about to begin.
We have new information. Kikuno sent me a message. I tasked Kikuno with reviewing Ergo Research's quarantine server, but it seems new evidence has come to light regarding Ikutsuki, who we discussed in our earlier conversation. According to the report, it seems Ikutsuki was performing an experiment on his own in the lab directly after the explosion. It's unknown if this is related to our current mission.
It is.
There was a record of a plume of dusk being used in the experiment.
A plume of dusk.
A plume of dusk, an object that blurs the line between matter and information, and is fitted into anti-shadow weapons like myself. It forms the core of our personality modules, and is what allows us to control personas, even though we are machines.
So, what are the details of this experiment? Nothing good, I bet.
Ikutsuki was...
The limousine engine suddenly roars, drowning out further conversation. It seems the road we're taking has begun to climb a steep hillside. As the car takes a winding road up the slopes, I can look down through the window and see lush trees along the mountainside. For a moment, I thought I sensed a shadow reading. Could it have just been my imagination?
Yamagishi, tell me our current location.
One moment. I'm looking it up now. We're currently in Inaba Pass. We're almost at the target coordinates. What is this? Was that?
What's wrong? An ambush?
What's happening?
What's
going on? Answer me.
It's just like during the hijacking.
Igus,
On it! A barrier!
are we trapped?
Oh, there's your culprit right there. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, how the hell did I survive? To be continued. Okay.
Here we go! Feathered chain! Phoenix Rangers!
Featherman victory! So, you've come to fight me, Featherman!
Huh. Merlion, the evil forces have fallen! Stop here!
How dare you oppose me? Minionlings, get them! No, 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 no!
Merlion, prepare for justice!
Don't be so sure.
Everyone, I've had enough of this! Ultimate Arrow! It's over!
It's just like one of my Japanese sentais.
And cut.
Perfect. What a
That was one take? How did they get all the special effects and the bow appearing? I like how they animated all that. They were like, alright, we got a budget. What should we do? Final boss battle being animated? Nah. The Super Sentai opening. That we gotta animate that. When the director calls this out, the tension in the air dies away. I make my way to the simple tent used as our break room and take a sip of my drink. My scenes for today are done.
I'm tired.
You're on a roll, Featherpink.
Huh? Do you think so?
The directors had nothing but good things to say, too. Looks like this will have a positive effect on your main job. Speaking of your next shoot.
My main job. My real job's supposed to be studying in college. I wipe the sweat from my brow as my manager excitedly tells me about the schedule for my next gig. I've always had an interest in fashion, so I started taking modeling jobs as a way to earn some pocket money. It's pretty tough since I've had to do things like pose in the middle of the winter in just a t-shirt, but thankfully I've been able to get a steady flow of commissions now. Trying to manage both classwork and my job as a model was already hard enough when my manager applied for an audition for a live-action show without my consent, claiming that I should broaden my work horizons. When I mentioned I had practiced archery in high school, it really got their attention. It all made sense to me when I learned that the Featherpink's weapon would be a bow and arrow, though. As a result, I ended up as a protector of Earth in a kids' superhero show starting this year. While my acting work makes use of different expressions, my modeling career lets me dress up in a lot of different clothing. It kind of makes me feel like I'm changing who I am too. It's insanely busy, but it's fulfilling and fun, and yet...
What's wrong? Something troubling you?
Oh, not really.
I checked my cell phone, but Mitsuru-senpai still hasn't sent me a response. I have tomorrow off, so I emailed her earlier asking if she'd like to spend some time with me and go shopping. She's been contacting me less and less often recently, and when she does, it's because of shadows. I am one of the Shepherd Operatives, a group established by Mitsuru-senpai. Okay, hello, phone. What do you want? You wanna tell me about nothing? All right, great. I understand she wants to be able to have normal lives, and she said she wouldn't hesitate to ask for help if she ever needed it. But this seemed to me that she was taking everything on by herself. The attitude. Okay, however, unlike Agus and the other official members, I'm part of a special unit that only gathers in emergencies. Trusted with immediately subduing shadows by force. What did she call it? The auxiliary staff. Something like that anyway. It's wonderful that there have been no situations that called for us to be dispatched. And even if something like that did arise, the official shadow operatives are all excellent. There's no need to worry with the likes of Akihiko-senpai and Aigus around, but...
Is it really that hard to just send back a reply? It's Golden Week, for God's sake.
What's this? Don't tell me you've got some boyfriend trouble.
Oh, no, it's nothing like that.
We normally talk when we see each other, so I've never doubted my friendship with her. Still, when things remain unsettled, it's unsatisfying. Maybe I have to get on her case about taking everything on by herself again. But there's something loud going on outside.
What? What's this helicopter doing here? Is there a helicopter in this shooting script?
Huh?
As the sound got closer to the tent's walls and roof begun to undulate with the intense wind. When I rush outside, I see the crew are all looking up and causing a commotion. When I look up, there's a black helicopter descending towards the ground, dangling a rope ladder. The lady in the pilot seat sees me and gestures towards the ladder. Oh. At that moment, it all becomes clear. Only I know of one person who would do this.
I'm glad she came, but she's making too big of a scene.
I'm completely astounded by the utter absurdity of the situation, but before I know it, I'm already running towards their ladder. To be continued. Okay. Oh. What are they playing? Football or...
Man, you were amazing.
Thanks for cheering for me.
You're a real hit with the ladies.
I'm gonna get going for today.
Okay, you better be this good next time, too.
Leave it to me.
Why, he's still staying at the dorm.
I'm home, Koromaru.
There's some time until dinner, so I decided to leave the dorm again with Konomaru. This Gekugon dormitory is where we live. It was briefly closed after Mitsuru-san and the others graduated. All the equipment from a few years ago was removed, of course, but with the increase in students at Gekugon, they decided to reopen the dorm. I applied for a room as soon as I heard. The reason I did was because of Konomaru. He had been in Aigus-san's care, but at this dorm he'd be allowed to live with me. Also, to be honest, I felt that living here let me stay close to my companions who are fighting even now. Back then, everyone took turns walking Konomaru. Now it's my job. The path to the nearby Nakatsuno Shrine is Konomaru's usual route. Konomaru is quite an old for a dog, but he has trots along as usual pace along our usual path. It makes me think for a moment that all the fighting back then was just a dream. Only when I'm watching Konomaru walk like this can I forget everything and feel a little at ease. We pass through the gateway at the entrance and step on the shrine grounds. Since it's nearly sundown, there's nobody but us in this serene atmosphere. I sit down on a bench and sigh to myself. Komuro noticed though, and immediately rushes over to nuzzle my leg.
It's nothing, Koromaru.
Even while I'm saying it, I'm sure Komuro can see through my words. I can't understand him in the same way Aiga-san can, but even I can tell what Komuro is thinking. I pet Komuro as he looks up at me with a worried whine, and I put my hand in my pocket to pull out the Shadow Operative badge that Mitsuru had given me. Komuro wears the same badge on his collar.
Even if she gave me this, I know it's just for show.
Haha, that's what you
Everyone else
think.
is working hard right now.
This morning I got a call from Sadanawa-san for the first time in a long time. While it seems he just come back from Japan from a year-long training journey. Wandering the world, I knew he was the kind of person who wouldn't put himself through anything in order to get stronger, but this is the sort of thing that you only hear about in stories. Sadanawa-san told me that he had gone to see Mitsuru-san directly after his return to this country, but he had been immediately dispatched to an emergency. He's currently busy with that, so he just said that he would tell me more about his trip some other time. I know that being a Shadow Operative must be tough, but he seems so excited when talking about them. So it's like I get those pent-up feelings inside.
I'm a member too, you know.
A member, yes, but only part of the secondary unit that gets called out in extreme situations. Being part of a special suppression unit has a cool ring to it I like. But the official Shadow Operatives are each given a unique number. For example, Aiju-san is member number 5. We don't have that, we're just auxiliary members. I haven't been called out to action yet, and I doubt I ever will be until after I graduate high school. That's what you think. After all, I did promise Mitsuru-san that I would try to live out my childhood as much as I could.
I'm just for show too.
I'm following that promise to try as much as I could. I've been acting like a child on the surface, an average middle school student, studying, helping out with club activities, and even taking part in the student council. But I haven't officially joined any clubs, and the reason why is because I have asked Mitsuru-san to call me for help if she ever needed me. I know that no organization understood the police would be able to command an underage person, let alone someone in middle school. I'm only a Shadow Operative for show, and only a child for show. If this continues, I won't know when I'll ever be able to go back to who I really am.
Making my life my own is actually pretty hard. Sometimes I lose sight of what I'm supposed to be doing.
I think back on the words left by the person who saved my life. I thought I'd come to understand them at one point, but as time passed, other emotions began to rear their heads.
It's completely dark now. We should head back home, Koromaru.
I wonder if I will be left behind like this. Would things actually be better if I just forgot about everything? But I could live with myself if I had the power to fight but did nothing with it. I've been thinking a lot about that. I stand up from the bench and look across the dark, quiet temple grounds. I won't reach any answers just by thinking about it. I know that. But at that moment, Komuro suddenly barks at me. It's been a while since I heard him bark like this. He's been getting more and more mellow these days. What's that sound? Some rhythmic noises approaching from up above. The wind becomes stronger and the trees around the temple began to rustle.
That's...
I look up into the sky and a bright light turns on high above. As my eyes adjust, I see a previously hidden black helicopter in the otherwise pitch black sky. It's like something out of a movie. Is it the military? No, that can't be right. As if to answer my doubts, a searchlight shrooms down, pinning the shadows to the ground. Something's happened. That's my first thought. I don't know why, but for some reason I sense elations rising up through my body.
Let's go, Koromaru.
I grip my Shadow Operative badge tightly, then thrust it back into my pocket. As I take a deep breath, I run towards the helicopter. To be continued. Okay. A lot of dreams are being made. A lot of dreams. Oh, we're gonna call it there for this bit. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.